Well, the economy is going to have a very significant impact certainly this year. It remains to be seen what will happen after that. For the students, they're finding it more difficult. The graduating class in particular is finding it more difficult to secure employment. A lot of students who would ordinarily have summer associate positions by this time are still looking as firms shrink their summer associate pools. So it's having a very significant immediate impact on our students, and I think on students across the country.
The high-end law firms, the big corporations that have been really suffering from the economy, those are where a lot of layoffs have taken place, or a lot of cutbacks in hiring. Then on the other extreme, you have the government offices, the nonprofit sector that relies so much on either government funding or private philanthropy. You're seeing a lot of those literally shut down.
We really think that our students are well situated to be flexible in this economy, because it's one thing that's clear, I think, is that at least in the short run, the nature of the kind of opportunities that are available to students is probably going to be shifting. And I think that students who have initiative, who are accustomed to being self-starters, who are kind of gritty and can get out and perhaps hang out their own shingle, make the best of a bad situation, are the ones who are going to come out of this and succeed.
First-year students we've got a higher enrollment for summer school. The second-year students, I think, most of them are working in some capacity. It may not be law-related jobs. And our graduation statistics for the recent grads we're usually a little bit under 50%. Employed at graduation. We're down about 8 to 10 points from that. And the next marker that the ABA looks at, and the National Association of Law Placement Group, they look at 9 months out. So that'll be a lot depends on whether we're going to turn around quickly. My guess is we'll be down, like other law schools, down 9 months out as well.
We're doing a number of things to try and address it. One of the things we're doing is increasing the assistance that we provide through our Career Services Office. We actually this year restructured the Career and Professional Development Center. We added a new director. We hired some additional staff to try and provide more individualized support, not only to our current students, but also to our alumni.
We're doing a couple of things that are different. One is we are being a little more aggressive in our career development office in terms of bringing in programming on alternative forms of employment. So we're trying to expand the imagination of our students about what they can do with a law degree. We are also doing what we call, our program is called Retooling for the New Environment, or New Economy. This is going to be a program that's available to our grads and to students as well, but it'll be we're trying to identify what key areas are of growth in the legal profession, and then doing some programming for our grads who might have been displaced to introduce them to those areas and to provide an overview. We will also be making available to our alums in those key areas free or low-cost auditing of our courses. So if there are alums who have been displaced by the recent changes, they're free to come back on a space available basis and take the courses that are going to help them change direction.
We're trying to help our students get a perspective that this is about a career, a vocation that's going to extend over the next 30 to 50 years, and this is hopefully a short-term blip, and you're going to have to be more creative. The programming that we did over the last semester involved some things we've not done before. We formed, to the extent that the students wanted to do it, formed them into work groups, so that the students who are interested, the 3L students interested in criminal law, for example, whether as a prosecutor or as a defense lawyer, they were and still are working, helping each other network, bringing sources of information. So the peer group, under the guidance of our career professionals, are helping the students help each other.
A couple things we've done differently. One of the first things I did was, when I came this year, was to get our law students attending charitable events at tables that are purchased by law firms. Law firms always buy tables at a lot of bar association functions, charitable events, but very often they find at the last minute that they have 2 or 3 seats available. Well, we've been contacting the law firms to get them to offer those seats to Hamline Law students so they can get some experience in engaging with faculty and engaging people in the practice and doing some networking. We also late this spring, created some Dean Summer Fellowships to encourage people who are not otherwise employed to do volunteer work for some of the state judges who are facing their own cutbacks. So we granted, I believe, 11 $1,500 stipends to folks who we secured, I think clerkships is too strong a word, but volunteer opportunities to assist judges. So we're doing everything we can to get people in the marketplace, even if it's not a full-time job.